Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make, I guess what they call funeral potatoes, party potatoes. I don't know, but I'm going to change a few things. What's really distinct when you see it at a buffet or at someone's house is the cornflakes. And when you see those on top of a potato dish, that's technically the funeral potatoes. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some French's onion crispy fried onions to this to mix it with the cornflakes. I got some bacon. That's the other thing I'm going to add that does not come in funeral potatoes. Got the cream of chicken soup. I got the last half of my hash brown potatoes. I let them thaw overnight in the refrigerator. And I got my grater, butter. I just got to get the cheddar cheese out of the refrigerator. And just a little tidbit, Kellogg's cereal is made here in Michigan. The headquarters, the company, the doctors that founded it early 1900s or 1800s. But you know that box cost me $2. A little bitty box of Kellogg cornflakes was $6. I've never liked cornflakes, hate them, so I just went and got that for $6, well for $2, and have to throw the whole box away once I finish making this dish. But very inexpensive, just so you know. $2 for all those cornflakes if you like cornflakes. So stay tuned, I'm gonna get everything all set up and then I'll start cooking. Okay guys, so since this is a half recipe, you're supposed to use like the can of cream of chicken soup. I'm not gonna use the whole can because I didn't have a whole bag of potatoes, which the recipe calls for. So I'll use, maybe save that much. Oh, and I forgot to show you the sharp cheddar cheese that I got, sharp, and I used that much. So I guess it's came out to about a cup. That's my butter. So I've added the cream of mushroom soup. I keep saying the cream of chicken soup, and then I'm only gonna add maybe a third, maybe half of the sour cream to this. Like I said, this recipe my bacon dish is smaller, and the amount of stuff I'm putting in here is smaller amount. Now this recipe calls for onions. This is the cheddar cheese, or onion powder. Now you grow too lazy to cook any onions, number one. Number two, my husband may not like it with the onions in there, because I have to cut them up really small, and I would have to definitely cook them so they wouldn't be too pronounced. So I'm using a spatula because I don't want to break up the potatoes. And supposedly this is it. I would normally add a lot of black pepper, but the recipe doesn't call for that. So this is all mixed in. It's just sour cream, cream of chicken soup, and the potatoes. And then I have my dish. Oh, gotta add the butter. So I'm gonna add a third of a cup of butter to this. Okay, now the recipe is ready. Now where I'm gonna change it, like I said, I added French's onions to the cornflakes to give it the onion flavor, because almost all the recipes you added cooked onions or onion powder. And I'm not gonna add any onion powder. I'm just gonna just leave it and put the onion flavor on top. I know my husband loves onion rings and fried onions. He'll eat stuff like that, so that would go over pretty good. Okay, this is a 9x9 pan. Like I said, that bag was the same bag I used when I did my potato salad recipe. If you haven't seen that video, this is the rest of the potatoes in that bag. So it's just not really a half a bag, I guess I would say. So you just smooth this out, and then the recipe calls for the breadcrumbs, the cornflakes. What I'm gonna do is I got the thick cut bacon, already microwaved it, same way I did in my baked bean recipe if you want to check that out. And this is just so that my husband would really like it. So that's why I'm calling this, updated or new twist or something on funeral potatoes. I really don't want to call it cheesy potatoes or bacon or whatever potatoes, because I am using the traditional cornflakes. So I'm going to pour the rest of the butter on here and get a spoon. I forgot to clean the spoon for that. Mix this up. Coat this. And then I'm going to put this on spoon. They say you spoon this on top. I've had this several times. I don't think my husband has. And like I said, that's another reason why I don't make big pans of stuff for the first time. Because if he doesn't like it, I'll have to eat it. And more than likely, you know, I'm a foodie, I gotta have something new every day. So I would probably throw this out. And the goal is to hide the bacon so it looks like a real, and this is not enough cornflakes. So let me put you on pause, come back and put some more, get some more topping together. Okay, yeah, I added about that much more and some more butter because this is I don't want you to see the bacon at all. I want this to just look like regular funeral potatoes when they hit the table. I don't want that to be the draw. This is just something that I'm adding to it to make it just a little bit different with the onions and the bacon. So I'm gonna add some more onions here to cover up the bacon. Like I said, I know my husband likes cooked onions, so this might be a winner chicken dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven. I got it already heated at 350. Gonna go 30 minutes. I'm debating on whether or not I should cover it. I am gonna cover this with foil. So 350 for 30 minutes covered, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like in the oven and then take the foil off. I don't want it to brown too fast before it gets good and warm. Stay with me. Okay, that's the timer. It's been 30 minutes. So now I'm going to take the top off and let it go for another 15, and then it should be all set. I want to make sure it's nice and warm. So I'll be right back. Stay with me and I have my joke. Okay guys, it's 1 minute and 5 left on the timer, but I can smell it, so I don't want the onions or anything to get too overcooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the oven and then show you what it looks like and then tell you my joke. And if you're still watching at this point, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Stay with me. Okay, there you have it guys. Funeral, party, I don't know what you're gonna call it, potatoes. They're technically funeral potatoes, like I said, because I got the cornflakes on top. I hid bacon underneath, and other than that, it's the traditional recipe. And I added the French's onion chips because every recipe either added sauteed onions, raw onions, or onion powder. So since I omitted all 3 of those, I figured I could cheat. You know, I got to show you guys the cheater method and use the crispy fried onions from French's that people put on top of green bean casserole. I figured to get the same flavor. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you my joke. This is an immigrant joke. No disrespect to anybody in this country. I don't know what nationality this guy is, but he calls his boss. He calls, "Hey boss, I not come to work today. Really sick. I got a headache, stomach ache, my legs hurt. I not come to work." The boss says, "You not come?" He said, "Man, I really need you today. When I feel like this, I go to my wife and I tell her to give me sex. That makes everything better and I go to work. You try that." 2 hours later, the gentleman calls back, the immigrant. He says, "Boss, I do what you say and I feel great. I'll be at work soon." He said, "By the way, you got a nice house." So that's my joke. I thought it was funny. Stay tuned. I got more jokes, more videos coming. And as I said, if you get a chance and you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching. And hopefully this will give you a different spin on funeral potatoes or party potatoes or potluck potatoes, something different to do. I'll comment down below if my husband likes this, because if he doesn't, that's why I make this pot and dish in this size, because that way I'll eat it. I'll probably have to freeze half of it, and you know how that goes. That's why I added the bacon. And I know he likes onion rings, so I figured the onion strings from the French's, that would be okay. So anyway, thanks for watching. Love you guys, and God bless. There it is. Funeral potluck party potatoes with bacon. Have a good evening.